Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your questions. Craig.
Oh, sorry. If Inter get to the... Shut up.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yeah. If Man City get to the final,
Yes.
Don will support Inter, won't he?
Yeah, would you support Inter in the final, Don, given your Italian ways?
I'm not quite sure, Dan. Not quite sure. No, City. City.
Oh, wow.
Listen, you don't cook your pasta like for 25 minutes like Stevie, do you?
No, of course he
25 minutes. Good pasta.
Yeah, he wants to make sure
Shut
it's
up.
done, Don.
No.
Oh, dear.
Don, you know him, but you know him.
I woke up to a
25
message from
minutes.
Don today.
Oh, hello.
Don, how long did you stay in the hotel when you were here doing the Euros?
2 weeks.
And what did you message me today?
What was the name of the hotel?
Good, yeah.
I forgot. I've got 64 kids running around. I'm trying to do VAT bills. Poor Nicola's trying to respond to emails. I was like, where did I stay? Where did I... Delamar.
There we go. Perfect. Well, don't tell people. They might be camping outside the door,
That's all right.
throwing things at you.
I hear Victor Osimhen's staying there in the summer as well.
Oh,
Is
imagine that.
he?
You can hang about outside his room with your autograph pad.
For all, Craig, we'll start off with you. Did Milan know they had a game today? Wow.
Is that from her boss?
No, I know, it's a bit hard.
Very angry.
Is he still a Milan supporter?
He's probably jumped ship, isn't he?
That's it.
Probably an Inter fan now.
That's it.
I don't know. Maybe even he's a Groningen fan.
Oh, Milan, they came out all right, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, they got beat 3-0 in aggregate.
I know, but today they were better.
Well, I don't know.
All right, good.
I think us three were sleeping during that game.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Don?
Yeah, no.
They've not got the quality, Dan. They just haven't got the quality of the Inter Milan squad. They haven't. I mean, when you look past probably goalkeeper Mike Magnon, when you look past Tonali, when you look past Leao, you're still dealing with a 36-year-old Giroud who's doing really well, but he's 36, so you can mark him and he's not going to run in behind. Zlatan's 41. Origi's on a free transfer. They've got no money whatsoever. When I walked away from San Siro last week, Dan, watching the game...
Did you go to San Siro?
No
What?
I did.
What?
I
Did you,
did.
Don? Wow.
I did, but when I walked away from that game, trying to analyse it in my head how the game went, I didn't really necessarily put... No, I did, because you sort of put your analyst head on. You're trying to think, well, you know, what happened there? And you see the goals, you see everything going on. But I didn't necessarily, or sort of got my head into how AC Milan fans were thinking. I didn't put that on purely. I sort of seen an interview with Maldini saying, we need to back Pioli now. He won the Scudetto last season. He's an excellent manager. We need to try and give him the funds to buy better players. And I think when you look at the two squads, Inter Milan's squad is by a million miles better and deeper than Milan's squad.
Let's be honest. Apart from Napoli, most of the teams in Italy are full of has-beens from other clubs and countries.
This is very negative towards Italian football. Let's move on. Let's not go down that.
Oh, hold on. Whoa. Tell me the argument against that. Right?
Osimhen.
I said apart from Napoli.
Oh, I see Napoli are the anomaly.
Right? Tell me the argument. There's several in today's game alone.
Yeah, but you're dealing with... But Craig, I mean, Italian football's strong this season. Two Italian teams in a semi-final. You've got two Italian teams in the Europa League semi-final.
Italian football, Italians have got teams in the final, I'll give you that. But Italian football is not strong. It's not strong.
Well, I think it is strong. But how do you try and compete with the riches in the Premier League? You go back to Italia 90, all the best players across... No. All the best players in world football played in Italy. Then probably fast forward to the noughties in the 2000s. Everyone wanted to play with the Galacticos of Real Madrid and Barca. Now it's the Premier League. The Premier League teams are going to La Liga and they're picking up managers like Lopetegui and Unai Emery, and they're bringing them to teams that are in the bottom three of the Premier League. These guys, Lopetegui and Unai Emery, these guys are elite managers. We're bringing them into third and fourth of the bottom of the league. So how does Serie A compete with that with no money?
But you've just counter-argued yourself there. I mean, I'm not going down the line of who's got the most money and who can spend. We know they can't compete with the Premier League. The Premier League money is stupid, in my opinion. All I'm saying is, and I know there's this year, by hook and crook, there's 2 Italian teams in the semi-final.
Well, it's not hook
that
and
doesn't
crook,
mean
is
the
it?
league's strong. There's a lot of people that have been disregarded by other clubs, are too old. You look at Giroud, you look at Dzeko, you look at Tomori from Chelsea, Diaz. The list just goes on. Lukaku. It goes on and on and on.
Okay, let's move on from this negativity towards Italian teams.
one more.
Can the guys
Well,
remember?
it's not negative. It's honesty, right? If people don't like honesty, go stuff themselves.
Can the guys remember a team as poor as Milan that managed to make it to the semi-final of the Champions?
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
it's a kick.
I tried.
The negativity. Hey, can I digress a little bit. Can you picture Don as he's walking away from San Siro having this conversation in his head?
Yes, I can.
And
Yes, I really
having
can.
this analysis of, oh my God, what happened in this game? Didn't I just see the game?
Yeah.
Well, Ali,
the truth
it
is
was
that I
that.
didn't want to... Huh? Go ahead.
Ali,
Go
it
ahead,
was
Don.
that, or coming out of San Siro thinking, yeah, I'll get a taxi outside San Siro. Little did I know there was 80,000 people trying to get the same taxi. I had no chance.
What
So
did
I
you
had to try and
expect,
think about
Don?
the game.
What did you expect at the end of a game?
I thought I'd catch a train. I thought I'd catch a taxi. Some guy absolutely saved my life, he did.
Wow.
AC Milan fan.
How
Took me
much
to
did
a
you pay him
hotel.
for the taxi?
Nah, nothing, to be fair. He was amazing. I then followed him in Insta, gave him a couple of shouts on Insta. He took me to a hotel. He got me a taxi. I dropped him off at his house. And then I stayed in a taxi and went to my hotel. He saved my life. He was amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
This could have gone
I know.
wrong in
Don't worry,
so
come
many
in the
ways.
taxi.
No, I chose the right one.
I'll take you to the hotel.
Mkhitaryan. There's another one.
Okay, good. We're
And Ndombele, Napoli.
Yes.
Tammy Abrahams,
Hang
Roma.
on.
Yes.
Hang on. You've seen 2 of the best goalkeepers in world football play tonight. That doesn't matter.
Oh, one swallow doesn't make a summer.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Listen, there's no point in getting upset about it. It's factual.
Is it ornithology?
One swallow doesn't make a summer.
No, it's factual.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Okay.
Summer breeze.
I want to welcome in now Julien Laurens, who's had some technical issues. He managed to get a taxi from the game, but didn't go to a stranger's house first. Unlike Don. What do you want to do?
The show's over. Juls, pull the plug out. The show's
Julian,
over.
they're kicking Italian football. Try and stand up for Italian football. Craig is not having it.
Jules obviously took Don's ticket. You were at the game today, Jules, in place of Don, yes?
Not in place of Don, not in place with Don, but Don was, like doing the studio job, and I was
Not really with Don then.
It was
for you,
amazing, I have to
Jules?
say. It was amazing. The best atmosphere I've seen. A football match, really. The ground was shaking in that stadium. The Inter fans were fantastic. The Milan fans, 7,000 of them played their part because they were great too. The game wasn't great, of course, and the quality was a bit missing. But everything around it was just incredible. And really, I'd never been to a derby in Milan, even less, Champions League semi-final, second leg. And I was very excited, and that it just fulfilled everything that I anticipated before. It was really amazing.
I told you this all before.
What's that?
When I was at the San Siro.
Oh. Yes, you were there. What year were you there?
I'm way ahead of the game with these 12 years ago.
How bitter are you towards Jan? Well, maybe Jan for other reasons. For Jules. Jules.
Yeah, I was working with Jules tonight for a different company, and what really got me was when him and Adriano just had the Champions League trophy just placed behind, and I was like, that didn't happen to me last week.
Oh dear.
But you were to a stranger's house, so
yes,
it's a give and take.
Have we got any questions? Preferably about Italian football.
Jules, which Premier League club speed dialed Inter for a Lautaro Martínez transfer request when the first Inter goal went in?
You know what? Someone was mentioning yesterday that Chelsea, that Pochettino especially, was a big fan of Lautaro Martínez. I mean, I think everybody is a fan. He's 25 goals now in back-to-back season. He seems to have taken his game. I know the World Cup was not great for him. I mean, he was active in the end, obviously, but overall, it was not maybe the best competition. He lost his place in the team, and Julian Alvarez played, etc. He became a sub. but it's still it's another great season. And I think just the all-around game that, I mean, tonight, it was amazing at holding the ball up, winning duels, keeping the ball, he created chances. He scored, obviously, a really good goal with that sort of double 1-2 with Lukaku, and he just never stopped working, and he chased the ball everywhere. I think he will be aggressive. He's 25 years old. I think whoever wants to sign him, and Inter might just be able to keep him for at least another year, because financially they are a bit better, and this final will bring more money, and they should be okay. They might not have to sell any of their big stars actually this summer, but if they have to lose one and it's him, I think whoever signs him would have a really amazing player on their books.
But hasn't he played with somebody for 2 years? I.e. alongside a striker? Lukaku, well, he played alongside Lukaku when Lukaku was fully fit. Now he's playing alongside Dzeko at times. What would he be like? Jules, what would he be like if... Because in England, and a lot of football clubs...
Ignoring Don, I like this.
I know, because the big clubs in Spain and England and other countries generally play with one up and two wide or whatever it is, and at Inter it kind of suits them because they're playing with another big striker up with them. So, I mean, am I taking it away from him? Would he be able to cope with that playing on his own? Is he good enough to do that?
No, I think it's a great question. And maybe in a way he lost his place in the Argentina team because he could not do it on his own the way Alvarez, for example, did for the rest of the World Cup. It's a really good question. I think, if let's say he goes to Chelsea under Pochettino, can Poch kind of turn him into the number 9 that can play on his own up front without the help of a Dzeko or a Lukaku or even a Correa, who's different to the other two, but can still partner him up front. Could you play him at Chelsea with some sort of second striker that is actually quite close to him, and that could work that way? I think it would be really interesting to see. And my bet right now is that he stays in Inter, because again, I don't think they will have to sell. But I would like to see him in the Premier League, and I would like to see him in that kind of environment where he's the lone striker and see how well or not he does.
Well, they're getting Lukaku back anyway, aren't they?
Yep, he's coming back. Don, percentage chance of Inter winning the Champions League?
Ooh, I think it's a 25%.
Oh, you hate Italian football,
Wow,
don't
Don.
See, that's the thing, right? So he's over here flying the flag, right? And he's saying that we're hating on Italian football. Now he's given an opportunity to stick up for Italian football, and he said,
Craig. All right, what's 25%. Craig giving it then? Because he'll say 0.
I don't think he will.
No, 1. No, that's wrong. All right, I'm Mr. Positivity. I'll say 30%.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. Nice.
For Jules, how excited are you about the prospect of Mourinho taking over from the French guy at PSG this summer? It's interesting we get asked this question, Jules.
Leave me alone with Mourinho and all that.
Because somebody slid into my DMs and said, "Hey Dan, could you please stop asking Jules about Mourinho? Ask someone without an agenda or bias and know what they're talking about." Wow. Jules not a Mourinho fan and a bias against him.
Biased against him. People said after the show on Monday with Gab that I was mean to Mourinho. I don't think I was, but we have to call a cat, right? They don't play. Roma are not playing well. Mourinho's teams don't play well. I don't want him in my club because I want my team to try at least to play well. And with him, he might bring discipline and he might still win. He's a winner. Great. I like him for that. But not for me. So please leave me alone with Mourinho. Just send him. He's got another year on his contract at Roma. He can stay if you want. He can extend. He can do whatever you want. But no.
How does somebody slide into your DMs? How does that work?
So on Twitter, you can press the mail button and then it goes in.
Right.
And you have one segment of people that you follow, who you message, another one of message requests, which is quite the eclectic mix, it must be said.
Well, it has to be said, you must be an incredibly large fool to open up your DMs to everybody.
No, sometimes it's nice.
It's not nice.
Sometimes it's nice. Dan, you're brilliant. You're the best. How can I be like you? All that sort of stuff.
That happens.
Other things, there are some ladies from foreign countries who want to get in contact as well.
Because you're the greatest. Because you're the best.
Which is interesting as well. You know, it's all sorts in there.
That's not a line I thought you were going to go down.
No, me neither.
I'm not.
I do not interact with those, Mrs. Thomas, I promise. Right.
Well,
I think this.
good luck.
Go on here. Go on here.
Too late now. It's too late.
That's it.
Oh!
Don, who do you fancy between Middlesbrough and Coventry for the Wembley playoff final against Luton Town?
Wow, I mean, two of my former clubs there, Cov and Luton. Well, three actually, because they knocked Sunderland out tonight, which was a shame. I think Michael Carrick's Borough are the best side at the three. So if they can make it past Coventry, I think they beat Luton in the final. They play good footy. And Michael's a mate of mine where I can slide into his DMs next season in the Premier League for you, Dan.
Yeah, well, you tried to slide into Frank Lampard's, that didn't work.
Block two, no blue ticks.
And Harry Kane.
That's it. Let it done.
Hey, your phone's ringing.
Yeah, no, she was not watching. She's got better things to do.
I've got a funny feeling the recorded version of this show might be minus a chunk.
Yeah.
What is that? I don't think it's anything derogatory.
Well, I think if you've got a brain, you'll be having a word with the producer. I think you've got an even better brain, you'll go down to the edit room and do it yourself.
Yeah, just to
Just get the tape and just pull the whole thing out.
Leave it in, Mike.
Watch, does
Leave
she?
it
She doesn't
in.
care what's going on. She could say anything.
Things have got a wonderful way of slipping.
Craig, what are you doing at my house? Okay.
Why do you open your DMs?
No, if I had to ask the question, because I have no idea how this happens. And why would you even
No,
do
I know you can open your DMs.
Yes.
My DMs are,
But like...
my DMs are only open to people that I follow and they follow.
Right, okay.
Right, 'cause
No, you have the one...
Why would you?
Well, because some people like to get in contact about things.
They can use normal Twitter for that.
Yeah, but some people prefer to do it privately.
So you just want to interact with everybody.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
It's not nice. Get a life.
So you need the feedback, you need the positive reinforcement. What's happening with you?
Don't start. I'm just saying it's a nice touch, isn't it?
So that you feel good about yourself?
No, not at all. But if a lot of people message me saying, tell Stevie he's completely wrong as well about things, which...
Okay, so then why would you open yourself up to that?
Yeah, I know, that's true. I'm like a PA for Stevie and Craig. Are your DMs open, Don?
Wouldn't have a clue, Dan. No idea. I'm guessing not, because I don't get any private messages, so I'm guessing not.
Oh, brilliant.
Stuff you don't need, and that's stuff you don't need.
Want it.
It's not all right. I mean, it's just...
Everyone will be asking me for 200 quid. Wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, no, you do get people asking you for that.
There's 200 quid.
Okay, right. Final question for Jules. Who was the better prospect, Kylian or Wemby? Now, do you know what we're talking about, Don?
No, who's Wemby?
So Victor Wembanyama is this young, hot prospect in France, and tonight we'll know who will win the NBA lottery, and he'll be first pick, obviously, because there's so much excitement around him. He's 7'2", Jules, is that right?
Yeah. Five.
Oh, they're saying 7'5".
Yeah,
7'5". Wow.
That's big.
But he can shoot threes like Steph Curry. It's a tough one. I mean, I think Kylian is incredible, as you know, and we've been following him since he was really young. Wembanyama is, I really do. It is something else. So I'll probably go for Victor, just about. I just think Wembanyama is one in a million. I don't ditch Kylian. Who said that? I don't ditch anybody. I'm just saying.
Well, you just have.
And by the way, no. Kylian was at game tonight. Victor played in the league match today, and Kylian was there watching him. And then they went together for the little party that followed the game before the lottery, because nobody goes to bed tonight. Everybody has to know where Victor is going to play next season in the NBA, of course. So that was lovely, I thought, from Kylian to go and watch his mates. But yeah, I just think Wembanyama, there's just something that you never really see, and he's got it. So yeah.
You want to know what?
Oh, here we go.
Well, I just
here we
wanna-
go.
no, listen.
Here we are. Stick your oar in. No one's asking your opinion about this.
Well, somebody slid into my DMs just now. Slid in. I opened them up to the public. If you want to know what 7'5" looks like, I'm 6 foot, right?
Right.
Okay.
If you were to stand in my head...
Oh, this is where it's going. It's going to be a short joke. Short joke.
If you were to stand in my head at 7'5",
There we go.
what does that make you? Small.
1 foot 5.
Okay.
That's why I need positive reinforcement in my DM.
So now you're gonna go on
My short man syndrome.
and then some foreign ladies.
Hey, no,
Imagine you
problem
looking...
solver.
What's that guy's name? Can you imagine you looking up at him?
well, anyone. You should have seen me interviewing Peter Crouch back in the day. That was quite a sight.
I tell you what, I wish there was a photograph of that. There must be somewhere.
That's when he joined Southampton. Must have been like 2003.
Well, he wasn't any smaller.
I thought for a second you were gonna break down Victor Wembanyama's basketball game.
Well, I have. You know, I played for Scotland.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, Scotland.
I thought this was your moment.
How bad a pool of players it must have been.
Point guard.
Where do you want him to go, Jules? Which team?
I would like him to go to San Antonio. I think working with Popovich would be really good for him. And obviously Tony Parker has been there before, Boris Diaw as well. So there's already a bit of a French legacy in the franchise. So I think Spurs would be good for him. But I just think he will transform any franchise that he will join. He will transform them anyway. So I think he's that special. But yeah, Spurs would be fun.
Jules, what if your TV company sent you to follow him for his first season, but you'd have to ditch the Gab and Jules show? Would you do it?
Oh. Yeah, I'll walk, I'll swim across the Atlantic.
There you go. Don't have Gab in the boat. That's a bad decision.
Gab would be swimming behind them saying, we've got a podcast to do here. Why has Connecticut not got a basketball team?
Well,
why has Connecticut not
it doesn't have the draw of franchises. We used to have the Whalers here, didn't we, from NHL? But that didn't last.
What's the NHL? Hockey?
Hockey, yes.
The Whalers? The Whalers?
Yes, yeah, the Whalers. Yeah.
No NFL team here in Connecticut?
No, you've got to go up to the Patriots in New York.
Yeah, that's Massachusetts.
Yeah. It's a tiny catchment, though, isn't it? It's a small state.
Is that a small state?
Yeah, it's a small state. It's
What's the
not big.
population of Connecticut?
I don't know.
You should, you've been here long enough.
Why? Because I know all the geographical
It's all by
information.
producer, director, it's the...
3.6 million.
It's New York City.
It's nothing, is
You
it?
can have a football team with 3.6 million.
Not really.
Why?
Well, because you don't get enough people.
Got freaking nothing here.
We got Craig Burley. That's Today we're sponsored by Tourism Connecticut.
Chamber of Commerce.
What am I doing? I've got to do one more thing. Craig wants to know about Florine Balogun. Is he any good, Jules?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, this is the breakout season, really, because at Middlesbrough last season on loan, he was not as effective, as clinical as he's been in Ligue 1 this year. But really, you could see the maturity. And I think what I like the most about the game, there's the goals, of course, and he can score right foot, left foot. He's good on penalties. It's just the movement that he brings, the intelligence that he has as well. That game against PSG where he scored really late at the part of the press. I mean, a lot of people have scored against PSG this year and have been good against them. However, for someone so young, he was really like running the show and causing so many problems with his movement, with his awareness, the runs that he makes. He's got pace. Now he got stronger as well physically for the upper body, so he can gain the challenges. He can hold the ball well. I just think he's really improved massively this year at Reims, and I think I don't know what the future holds because I don't know what Arsenal are going to do with him. If you loan him again, I think he wants first team football, which is normal after the season that he's having now and he's just had. So I don't know if Arsenal really is for him because he's going to be behind Gabriel Jesus, maybe behind Nketiah too. But if he picks the right club, whether as a permanent deal or on loan, and keeps that progression, I think he's got really the potential to be an outstanding striker.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.